ค is going on, my friends? I figured I'd change up things a little bit and start with some video and let everyone kind of interact and whatnot. Can you guys hear me? Because I've been playing with the headsets and different video settings, and I literally screwed everything up about an hour ago and had to fix it. So let me know if you can hear me, or yeah, and that's a smart thing to do. Hey, okay, great. Kids support plane tickets to buy to see them. So, oh yeah, no, for sure. I wanted to kind of change pace because there's been a lot of like doomsday. Are you tired now, Bentley? If you lick that, I'll whack you on that big head of yours. He's like, I don't care. I can run faster than you. Um, I figured I'd give everyone a break from the prepping and the inflation and all the other crap. So that was a trick question. It's both. I have to delay. It was a trick question. Um, right, and you know that's not false what Teresa's saying, right? Like you look at certain products and you're like, God, I don't have that money, but then you think the economy is going to get worse before it swings the other way, right? It's like a big pendulum, and you want to try and, I guess, major purchases. Yeah, he got uh-oh. Well, Bentley was being a butthole, and he was fighting with Peppermint. Then he started fighting with Luna. Then the two girls went after him at once, and they were all brawling over there. And so I sent them out, and then I sent the other fluffy guy out. They were just, I could hear them out, and then I heard them arguing with the neighbor's fluffy thing, whatever he is, through the hole they made in the fence. They're all talking smack. So I'm like, okay, I just brought them back in. Are you done? What's up, Jax? I had to cut Jackson's hair because he looked like a dish rag. It was awful. All right, go on. No, I don't need a dog on me. Go play with something. Go lay down, dingbats. I don't know. Usually my interwebs is pretty good. I do have fiber optic because when we first moved here, it was just two of us, and I'm an engineer and my wife was still in the accounting thing, and we'd have to log in remotely, and I'm like, we're just getting ubernet or whatever the hell level of internet. um, but can you guys still see me, hear me, all that good stuff? Hold on a second here. Oh, hey now. All right, I'm gonna kill this other thing here. I'm gonna listen. Yeah. It hasn't been too bad on my end. I just, like I said, I just wanted to start things a little bit differently because you guys notice I've been doing quite a few guest live streams the last few months, and it's really serious topics, psychology of prepping with Hudson. I did, then I jumped on, I had MMS on my channel, then I went on Vision, and then I did a podcast with Survivalist, and then they came on my show. I'm losing track of who the hell. And then Prepper Now and I had to punt the ball till next week. That one will be fun. Prepper Now, in his own right, is a historian. He and I have chatted offline, and I love history. That was going to be my major before I realized engineering paid better. And I'll tell you what, that's a top-notch guy. So that one will be interesting. That'll be some heavy topics there too. But everyone's tired. Bentley, dude. So he sits on my foot in the kitchen. He's like, I'm tired, Dad. And he just lays down. So I have this, 22-pound potato leaning across my foot. But how are you guys doing this week? If you haven't taken some time off, take some time. Even if it's just an hour, go pour a glass of wine if you partake of such things, or I don't know, eat a salad, go listen to the birds outside. It's been busy. And I think, judging by the conversations in the chat, all you guys are in the same boat. The whole goal of this live stream actually was just to let folks get in the chat, and I might start doing this a little more regularly. Just, some looping video footage, music, let everyone just kind of interact with each other, where it's not super stressful, not too directed, just kind of give folks a chance to decompress a bit. A lot of the content creators I reached out, so there's a bunch of us in Texas, as you know. Just Josh, Red October, Lucky Dame, Red Leg, Cold War, and a lot of us have met. You guys have probably seen some of the videos or postings. Red Leg and I had met up. Josh and I missed each other a few months ago. I missed Cold War, but I ran into Red October. We're all trying to partake of alcohol these days. No, I hear you, man. Buddy, next time you're yeah, and you know where I live. I won't say locations where you and I are, but I know we pass through each other's area quite frequently because you're in this general region. Um, there's a couple of breweries in town, and that's like they are listed at 10%. That's not 10% beer. That's like 15%. By the second one, you're kind of like, oh wow, I feel really awesome, and it kind of can go downhill. I have 2 and 5-year-old grandkids. Hold on, I'll just miss them. So, true story. I found out they did a gender reveal, and my youngest boy, Jackson. Do you need to go away? There's nobody in the garage. No, get. I don't need you or Bentley. Get. I will be expecting apparently a granddaughter in September, so we're super psyched. Hey, Vision, I'm super stoked about that. That'll be good. Finding it hard to relax. To drive and not be harassed by law enforcement. Okay, I heard about the parental right. That's that gender thing. And then the semi-automatic. I heard about that. Why is Washington State? You guys are being basically run by Portland. Not Portland. Seattle. Sorry, wrong state. Thank you, Vision. What's going on? Yeah, that's so. Wait, what's the last one? Not to be harassed by law enforcement. Do they just are they doing like a stop and frisk? And I'm not being sarcastic because New York did that for years and it reduced crime um, across multiple administrations. I think Giuliani started it and Bloomberg left it in place. And then de Blasio, the stoner, took it away, and it actually uh, wound up hurting the community. It actually disproportionately affected minority businesses, right? Because they didn't intervene. So a lot of the small businesses in New York are Puerto Rican, Cuban, Jamaican, or Black, generically speaking, and Korean. So a lot of the what we would call minorities were disproportionately affected when they actually stopped enforcing the law. So yeah, that was tough. I hadn't heard about that. I have to go look it up. Hey, Magic, what's going on? So, yeah, this was. Let me find that. That's interesting. Washington State police laws. Let me see. Laws. Ta-da! Nope, that's abolishes the death. Um, no, it does. You can't find it anywhere. Lower threshold for probable cause to reasonable suspicion. Huh. Well, that sucks. And yet they're defunding the law. Like you can't have complete freedom and no accountability because then you get the purge. I mean, I know you guys know this, but that just blows my mind. God, that makes me insane. Uh, why they do this foolishness, I just don't know. That just agitates me. So yeah, it's been an interesting. I'm sure all of you guys are having an interesting week. The so the Sudan I had mentioned was kind of its own SHTF. It's really gotten not bueno. Right now, I think the U.S. the Marines have finally the embassy Marines they've evacuated all the U.S. citizens from Sudan. The Brits did the same. I think even the Russians, the Chinese, everyone kind of is bailing out of the country, and basically the folks are just like 16,000 in Sudan or in yeah, and Magic. I'm kind of like you guys have seen me before. I'll look at mainstream and then I'll look at some of what they call the fringe media, and both the left and the right. I don't care because if it's even if it's a left leaning, and I don't lean that way politically, but if it's left leaning, but the guy or girl is on their game and they're really doing a good report, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna want to listen to this and at least keep an open mind. Uh, but yeah, it's hard. The Russians did the coup. It's hard to say. So yeah, yeah, that's what I figured. They were gone. Um, so back in February, the Sudan had made an agreement with the Russians to allow them to, and I don't remember, I have to look at the specifics if it was create a base or they had permission to use the port facilities and they could build their own docks in like a designated area. Like they had some kind of agreement, and NATO and the US didn't like that. So they were like this, at the UN, like they normally are. And all of a sudden now, here we are, it's a coup and they're having a complete train wreck over there. No, actually, that's probably a good priority. Jackson, you're asleep and barking. Be gone. No, I don't want you here. Go away. Hey, really, dude? No, sir. Go. Go somewhere else. So, okay, so Jackson, no one is here. Shh. Okay, I'm gonna have to secure this. Hold on just a second. So I grabbed Jackson and I put him in another area, and Bentley took off and went under the dining table. So he just came out now. He's like, oh, he's sitting down, so he can't catch me from that position. I'll get him later. They told you. I know. Sounds like my house. Oh, good deal. Hey, Daryl, what's going on? Um, yeah, folks. So, and for those of you who came in early, it was, I did the video stream just to kind of let people interact and kind of chill out a little bit because it's been a lot. It's been heavy this last couple of weeks. Um, hey, Dakota, you have a Corgo? I have one potato. Bentley's ass got big. Come here, Oaf. Now you come out, stupid boy. Oh, for those of you who are wondering how big he's gotten, ah, this was the puppy. I guess he's still technically a puppy. Um, Look at the size of him. Like, hi, bud. Go fight. And Pepper just bit him in the ear the minute I put him down. She's like, he's my daddy. Ha. Uh, no, I don't need you here. You're heavy. I don't want to carry you. Yeah, he got monster big. A monster, dude, you're about to get flicked on the ear. Be gone. Shoot. Go. Get. So he runs around me and kicks me on the other side. He's like, ha, boy, I'm going to whack you with a hat. Go over there. So he goes 3 feet and looks at me like, you going to chase me? Smart ass dogs. Thank God you have short legs, all of you. Okay, so envision the personality of a German Shepherd, but with short legs. That's basically what corgis are. He is testing Dad. He is. He is. Or he's wanting me to go battle him, like to go play. Yeah, Glenn, he got so heavy, man. Hey, no worries. Yeah, you had a long trip, lady. You enjoy. Oh, I sent. Oh yeah, you saw the. You guys, you and Marco saw the photo of the new pew. So yeah, I got to take Sassy, and she and I went to the tactical bay. She's never been to a tactical bay, so I drove into the shooting association here, of which I'm a member. And I'm like, so you want pistol or tactical bay? And she's like, well, I'm shooting pistol. I said, no, no, tactical bay is like our own private little thing. I said, I'll drive through and let you see. And I backed into, it's a small bay. It has, 2 targets. And I backed in and I said, yeah, so, and she looked next to us and it was a wider bay. It had 4 targets or 6. And there was a guy, it looked like 2 couples. So there were 4 people on the 6 bay. And she's like, wait, we just get this to ourselves? I said, yeah, I just back in. I said, I usually use this first one because it's only 2. Most of the time people come here, it's, they take the bigger bays. And for what I'm doing, it's just me by myself or maybe 2 people. This is more than enough. And she had a blast. I should do a video on the tactical bays. It's a neat place to exercise your skill set because it's you're on your own. Whereas I guess I'm a little more distracted when you're on a range. Oh, somebody found the squeaky. They're going to town over there. When I'm on an open range, especially if it's an outdoor range with an open table, you don't have barriers. I'm constantly looking at the people next to me because I don't know who I'm shooting next to, right? The person could be an asshat. And, yeah, I know, squeak, squeak. And I want to pay attention to them as well as my target. Whereas if I'm in a bay, whoever's in there with me is my people. So I'm not as worried. But yeah, it was fun. So she broke in, or she got her VP9 back, and she was rolling rounds. And homegirl's getting really accurate with that big pistol. She wasn't sure about it when she first saw mine, and then she went to the gun show and got to play with it a bit, and she was like, "Wow, I really like this." And that's when she picked hers up. And yeah, and now I have the compact, so which is way better for travel and business because it's much smaller. Hey Tracy, what's going on? So yeah, no, if I popped off rounds in a subdivision, I'd get PD out here asking me if I'm retarded or what my problem is. So I gotta be careful where I throw rounds. I do have some friends who are homesteaders out here out west, and one of them, he has 100 acres, something like that. So, and it backs up to a hill, and he took his bobcat and kind of dug out a flat area, and then he reinforced it with some sandbags. So he's got a built-in berm on the back of his property. So he'll go across his property, and he's got a 6.8 Grendel, and he'll roll rounds through that, 800 yards away, or whatever the hell distance he can get. But I did my full frame pistol. Yeah, honestly, she likes it. She's either carrying the VP9 or the 365, but she likes the stability of the bigger platform, especially since the VP9, you can modify the grip to fit your hand. So you have to knock out the oh yeah, 40 acres in Terlingua. Terlingua is pretty, dude. It's like nice country out there. You can knock out the roll pin and take the panels off and like change the back strap, the side panels, and everything. So you can customize it to the shooter, and I think that really helps. Actually, Magic, we had a knife show out here, and hey, Wolfang, what's going on? And the selection was pretty cool, so I was kind of happy about that. But yeah, this weekend was kind of a reset. We basically had live things, and then that's why I did the live stream today. It was just kind of give everyone a chance to kind of go in the chat and BS. I had no specific topic today. It was really more to get everyone a little more low key, right? Because again, a lot of our live streams, and I know a lot of you guys who are creators have been in the same boat. You get on a live stream and you have a topic you want to talk about, and it's a lot. You get worn out, and I don't know if any of you content creators are getting worn out. I know some of the people in the chat in general are saying they're kind of wore out of stuff, but yeah, you get flamethrowers make my party. I don't know. I just jumped back into a content into the chat. That's the first thing I saw. That's pretty bad. Yeah, but folks, it's so. I listened to one analyst the other day, a financial analyst, and I love what this person said. And Economic Ninja said the same thing. I'd love to run into that guy at some point. And he said, we're going to go through a bad part of the economy. He said that's kind of a foregone conclusion. But he said, whenever there's any kind of financial or societal or economic reset or drop or collapse, there's always the upswing on the other side, right? He said, unless the planet blows up tomorrow, there's always something else going on the other side. And he said, I'm prepping, and this was an accounting, like an economic guy. He said, I'm prepping for the upswing. So he said, I'm selling off things I don't need. He's an investment type. Holding on to my cash. I'm waiting for those deals where I'm like, that's going to be a good buy. And then I'm going to catch it on the other side. And he's kind of a bear market guy. Like he likes when this happens so he can jump on deals and then ride them up for a bit and then sell them. But, that was kind of uplifting because it's like that means things will get better. But first, we got to go through a hard time to get a better time. So new hard freeze is coming in the plains, which is, ooh, not bueno. Well, as a country, probably not. Hey, Dave, what's going on? Don't eat hot peppers. Okay, now I put two and two together. I'm running slow here today. I'll eat them till I pass on to the next plane. I'll tell you what, I love the green habanero sauce. That's just so good. But yeah, folks, so, now's, like I've said before, now's a great time. Watch the stores, watch for the sales, because companies are trying to reposition themselves constantly, right? Much like the concept of defensive prepping, there's defensive corporate positioning, right? They want to have free cash flow, they want to low leverage, the whole 9 yards, sell off assets. You can mimic that and wait for those deals, wait for those sales. And again, it's a double-edged sword because, as someone pointed out earlier, you could wind up on the you wait too long and then the price goes up and then you really need it. Now you have to pay higher. So you got to use a little voodoo there. But yeah, folks, there's a lot we can really benefit from some of the things happening, even though they're negative things. Ma Bear, no worries. This was an absolutely off the cuff, out of schedule, last minute live stream. So, hey, Carpenter, what's going on? Oof. Oh, that's the AKM ammo. Man, I will look locally. I have not seen that in a hot minute. Um, Well, here's what's interesting, Watchman. So I saw another guy, and this is one of these analysts who's a Taiwanese guy, actually. He said the Chinese don't want to be the primary currency be, right now, because then they will actually have to be transparent about their economy in a way that they don't want to be. And granted, we have some secrets in ours too, but we're an open society in general. And they're like, that would actually crash the world economy even more. He said, now the Russians would like the ruble to be international. So, he had kind of a mixed review. He's like, I don't think China wants to be the primary currency, but he said, I think they want to be an option among currencies just to kind of break up the power circle. So it'll be interesting how that pans out. Freedom Seeds by the case. Mm-hmm. Dakota, have you seen or heard the song? I did it on that video. Kill Shit Till I Die from Hardy. That is an absolute prepper song. Like literally, the whole song is about preparedness. And I'll see if I can find it. Not holding to dollars myself. Hey, Independent, what's going on? Hold on, I lost track here. Yeah, if you can find them, again, China's printing money with gold on it. It's not a bad decision. And again, whenever there's a decline, there's always an up ramp. So I guess what we need to think of is, do we want to position or try to position yourself to catch that upswing? Let me see if I can find that. And by the way, this artist in general is an absolute hoot. So let me see if I can find it. It's the lyric. They don't have an official video. I wish the guy would do an official video. Hold on, let me see if oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Hold on just a second here. Okay. Let me see if I can. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Okay, hold on just a second. Share screen. I'm going to share. Can you guys see the deer? Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, I'm going to start the music. Let me know if you can hear. Thank you, Vision. Let me know if you can actually hear the song. See if. There's no video. It's just the lyrics. Like,
when I was a boy, my pop bought me a gun. Said, son, this ain't no toy. This time you learn to hunt. Buy bullets by the case. Put them up on the shelf. There's a chance one day that this world's gonna go to hell. He's damn sure proud of me. 'Cause now my philosophy is, if it ain't loaded, better rack one. Get a bloodhound, now a track one. Every bug could be the last one. When that bomb's up in the sky, you won't find me strapped for backstrap, crying at that crashing NASDAQ. You can bet your country ass that I'm gonna kill shit till I die. find you some man, but you ain't gonna live off mine. When the Walmart's hit the fan, so call up all your feeders, show up before the sun. Some when you fill that freezer, go get you another one. And if it ain't loaded, better rack one. Get a bloodhound that'll track one. Every bug could be the last one. When that bomb's up in the sky, you won't find me strapped for backstrap, crying at that crashing NASDAQ. You can bet your country ass that I'm gonna kill shit till I die. Die. Kill shit till I die. Die. Kill shit till I If it ain't loaded, better rack one. Get a bloodhound that'll track one. Every bug could be the last one. When that bomb's up in the sky, you won't find me strapped for backstrap, crying at that crashing NASDAQ. You can bet your country ass that I'm gonna kill shit till I die. 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 Kill shit till I die. 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 Kill shit till I die. Kill shit till I die. Kill shit till I
Hey, there we go. Thank you, Magic. Gotcha. No sound for you. Um, yeah, so I was looking for an actual video, like where they tell the story, but I could not find one. Apparently, he did not make one. This is the same singer who does "Wait in the Truck" with Lainey Wilson, and that one can bring a tear to your eye. That one's I could see a good person winding up in that very situation. Uh, so his style is unique because he also does a song called "My Name Is Jack" about Jack Daniels. It's a little bit country and a little bit rock, and he kind of bounces between the genres, and or he mixes them, and it's very cool. Now I want to see. Now I want to go. I should go to the meat market. We have two meat markets out here. Both are affiliated with different ranches, and I mean the steaks are just phenomenal. They're just beautiful. So yeah, they're just top notch. But yeah, folks, there's a lot of I don't know what playlist I put it on. Right. When I first heard it, I was actually putting the I wound up finding commercial storage racks at a really good price. So I got several of them, but I was all by myself. The missus was helping another member of her store association. So she was like an hour, 2 hours away. And I was like, well, I'm going to go unload the shit myself, which in hindsight was really a two-person job. And I was building it and I was just listening to music on my headset. Actually, I had a Bluetooth speaker and I was just running music. And I heard the song and I was like, I'm kind of, and then I listened and like halfway through the song, I was like, whoa, wait a minute. So I went back and rewound it and I played it again. And I just literally sat there and listened to it. I stopped working and I said, damn, that's really profound. And that's when I did that. I did a video short on that with the lyrics because I don't think people would appreciate the song if they didn't see the lyrics. But that whole "you won't see me strapped for backstrap, crying at the crashing NASDAQ. You know, it's like, here it's so roasted. So we've got a couple here, and too bad, but I have to. So Magic, I would listen to, and I can actually pull it up if you guys want to do something for giggles here. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, this is the official video. Oh, shit. Hold on just a second here. This will give you another example of the guy. I think this one's pretty cool because this could be, I could see this happen to any half-decent person. Oh, well, maybe not. Can you see that? No, I can't change screens again. That sucks. Hold on just a second. Let me see if I can share a screen here with y'all. Nope, it won't let me. It's got angry. Anyway, go. It's called Wait in the Truck, and that one's pretty good. So, muy bueno. It is a prepper song, do. That's exactly what, when I listen to it, I'm like, your buck may be your last one when there's bombs up in the sky. I'm like, that's not wrong. That's quite true. So I was like, okay, owie, hi, Pepper. It's not dinner time. It's like nowhere near. She's just staring at me like, do you need something? How do you do that and not blink? Oh, there you blinked. It was starting to freak me out. I'm like, oh, she's a zombie. Got to put her in the kennel. What? Hi. They're going to start fighting because Bentley wants attention and Pepper's very jealous of Daddy, and then she'll beat him up, and then they start fighting, and then they'll knock everything down in the living room. So it's like having kids, but I can put them in their own crate, whereas like you shouldn't put your children in a crate. Although I guess you could send them to your room, which kind of like crating your kids, but watch, I'm going to get kicked off YouTube for making that joke. That's terrible. YouTube's been so weird lately. So yeah, folks, it's again more of a lighthearted, kind of a light video stream today. Let's see Pepper. Let's see if Pepper will come here, Pep. Come on, big girl. No, come here. No, not you, Bentley. They already saw you. Dude, move your fat head. Come here. This is Pepper. Pepper's a big. So she was my Rona dog. So hey, Alexandra, what's going on? And she is about 30 pounds, believe it or not. We're clocking her at about 20 miles an hour when she gets on a good run. But then instead of chasing the ball, she comes back to that. So, but it's funny because I'll go to the dog park, I'll throw a toy, and all of them go after the toy except for her. She follows me within she's always within 4 feet of me. And when another dog in the dog park, or some little fluffy thing, came to me, and I guess he came up wrong, and man, she got between him and she doubled her size. She's like, woof. And she got the little ridge on her back and everything, and her ears went back. She's like, ready to defend my dad. And the little fluff took off. But almost a thunder soon. Ooh, possibly. Yeah, hey, Alexandra. Owie. Dude, if you keep nipping at me, you're going to get a smack. That's how you get a correction, stupid boy. He's just, hey, Kentucky Survival. He's in rare form. So, yeah, it's been a week. Like I said, if those of you first came in early, you guys may have missed it if you came in a little later. It was just 20-minute music and video clips just to give everyone a break, kind of. I don't know how many I have on Rumble. I did move copies of most of my videos over to Rumble. I got to go check. Some of them didn't export, but just in case I get the kibosh here, I can, I have other copies somewhere else, and I got a 1 terabyte drive I found on sale that was actually American made. So I'm going to start dropping videos on that just as a, yeah, well, go figure. I didn't realize I could do that. I tried it early on and it ate poop, and I was like, okay, it's broken. And then I finally figured it out later. So I need to go back and like move stuff over. But yeah, folks, look, it's going to be a busy week for a lot of us. The column, San Francisco is not the crime-ridden hellhole the far right claims it is. Bull, liar. It's kind of exhausting. You look through the news and it's a lot of drama. It's kind of exhausting, actually. But and hence why I decided not to focus on any specific topic today. Hey, Wolfan. Yeah, I do, purely because I'm under the assumption at some point I'm going to say the wrong thing and offend the gods of YouTube or whatever entity I may offend, and then I'm going to have a problem. So I figured I'll, rumble, crumble, mumble, bumble. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. No, isn't Bumble like some dating site? Or Mumble? Not Mumble, Bumble. I don't remember. Let's put it this way: whether you make money. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they definitely do. I have to see what my Rumble is under. Yeah, so I decided. Somebody said, "Hey, you should go on Twitch." I'm like, Twitch? What the hell's Twitch? It sounds like, you have psychological problems. He's like, no, it's just a younger employee. They're like, yeah, it's Twitch. It's like we're I guess it's basically a Gen Z hangout. And I'm like, okay, I'll go there. Oh my God, it's chaos. Like I went in there and believe it or not, I got followers there because I guess I'm amusing, but it's just like gibberish. I'm like, oh man, I can't do that. I was messing with it for 2 days. I'm like, I'm gonna get an aneurysm right now. I need to back away and compute this later. No. Wait, Rumble or Bumble? Rumble's kind of like a YouTube. I'm still trying to learn to edit my program. Hey, bad shit, what's going on? That's a bit shoot. Yeah, and then I got mine cross-linked, so I'll put them in one place and they show up elsewhere, and I'm sometimes forget where they're going. So, but yeah, Twitch was a hoot. Well, that doesn't surprise me. It was probably not meant like that, but that's what it became. So, you can go back 15 years and see somebody trying to pick someone else up. And yeah, true, Magic. You never know, over time what these websites will morph into. But well, folks, I'm right about an hour, and the dogs are all staring at me because I guess they're thinking it's about dinner time for them. So I just wanted to give everyone a chance to kind of get out, chat, no specific topic. Just kind of let everyone interact, ask questions. Folks, just do your thing. Don't get crazy. Live life a little bit, enjoy, take care of business. I think most of us are going to be better off than a hell of a lot of people if something ugly happens. So hopefully nothing ugly happens, but you never know. Hey, thank you, Vision. And yeah, you guys, absolutely happy Sunday to all. Just be cool, be chill, enjoy yourselves, and I'll try and do this a little more often. Like I said, I got accepted to a graduate program, and that the company has agreed to help me pay for. So as we go later in the year, I'm going to wind up having to start writing white papers again. So that's going to get kind of complicated. So although I might learn all new stuff that I can share with you. So yeah, you're going to see me kind of get a little quiet toward the end of the year as I kind of juggle all this stuff. But you guys be safe, be careful, help each other out, and just watch what's going on, learn stuff. And I will see you later this week. And don't forget, I will have Prepper Now, unless we get a schedule mix up again, because he and I got busy at the same time, next Tuesday. And that one will be a heavy subject, and it'll be interesting to hear his take. So you guys be good, be careful out there. I'm going to leave you with this video because I think it's just creepy and it's fun. So I'll see you all later.
Report suspicious activities and call 911 for immediate response. Expect delays, searches of personal property, and restricted access to public buildings. Expect traffic delays and restrictions. Take personal security precautions to avoid becoming a victim of an attack. Avoid crowded public areas and gatherings. Do not travel into areas affected by the attack. Keep emergency supplies accessible and a full tank of gas at all times. Be prepared to evacuate your home or shelter on the order of local authorities. Report these individuals immediately to law enforcement. Closely monitor news reports and